We've rated and provided reviews for all 3 seasons of Avatar: The Last Airbender, an animated series created by Michael DiMartino and Brian Konietzko for Nickelodeon back in 2005. This is our combined reviews for this timeless classic. Book 1 Water is the first season for Avatar: The Last Airbender, and it's a great start to an epic series. The introduction to our main cast is done well, and they are shown to have flaws that are worked on throughout the season. It's fun to see the relationships develop, but sometimes it happens off-screen and can be jarring. The premise of bending the 4 elements is exciting to watch, and the rules developed around the system are easy to grasp. The world building is also one of the best, and it wraps you in as we get to experience the culture and history of a fantasy world. The show is definitely aimed at a younger demographic, with some writing that can seem juvenile and relaxed, but it's able to have its serious moments that add to the overall story. The animation can be rough, but it does get better over time.
Book 2 Earth of Avatar: The Last Airbender focuses on Aang learning earthbending, mastering the Avatar state, and bringing important news to Ba Sing Se, the capital of the Earth Kingdom, to turn the tide of war. The introduction of Toph as Aang's earthbending teacher adds a refreshing and entertaining take on the gang's group dynamic. In addition, the introduction of Azula, Mai, and Ty Lee as the primary antagonists really escalates the stakes, as they are not to be trifled with. The action scenes and the animation in general are elevated, as well as Zuko's hair. Speaking of Zuko, his redemption arc begins, and it is fascinating to watch how his self-discovery interweaves with the main story. Compared to the first book, Book 2 is much more focused in terms of character development and plot progression, yet there are still some minor plot holes and conveniences leading up to the climax. Overall, though, there were fewer filler episodes and more heart-wrenching emotional moments that made us excited for the third and final book. Welcome to the third and final book of Avatar: The Last Airbender. This book includes Aang and Gang's epic adventure in ending the 100-year war against the Fire Nation. Not only does it wrap up the main plot, but it also resolves character arcs spanning from books 1 and 2, especially Zuko's, which is honestly one of the best redemption arcs we've ever had the honor of seeing. The writing doesn't lose sight of its light and humorous origins despite the impending stakes established for the series finale. The animation and aesthetic have improved from the last book, where some scenes are so beautifully drawn and shot that they still give us goosebumps to this day. While there are still a few filler episodes in the first half of the book and a notable deus ex machina that would have benefited from having more foreshadowing set up, Book 3 is a beautiful finale to a beautiful series.
The series is a classic for American animation, providing fun and fleshed out characters with riveting animation. It created a fantasy world that was influenced by Asian and indigenous cultures and touched upon more mature themes while still delivering for a younger demographic. It's a rare gem that surprisingly premiered on Nickelodeon, and even more surprising how they didn't do too much to expand this franchise until recently. We definitely recommend watching this epic of a series.